This is filmed on a closed course in Mexico. YouTube, what is happening, man? Welcome back to the channel. We're back at my favorite spot, of course, again. So this time we're gonna talk about, we know there's different transmission options and all that. So I'm gonna talk about why I decided to go with the 6-speed in my Challengers versus going with the automatic. Tell you guys about how I learned to drive a 6-speed, and you know, just give my choices of why I did what I did versus going the automatic route. So we're gonna hop into that. Appreciate everyone's support thus far on the channel, man. I'm not sure where we're at with subscribers as of this video. We may be below 400, maybe above, but either way, thank you everybody for checking out, subscribing, sharing, commenting, all that. That doesn't go unnoticed, especially everyone that's been commenting on the videos. Thank you a lot. So let's get into it, man. For this one, we actually gonna go for a ride with me as I talk about some of these things. Last time I did a ride along video, my car's kind of loud, you couldn't really hear me, but screw it, we're gonna try it anyway, see if I can make it happen again, see if it works. So let's go for a ride. All right, camera's on, GoPro's on, I got it on my head mount, so hopefully I do not go up too high so you can't see anything. But yeah, let's go for a ride, and yeah, let's go. All right, mic check, we are good, we on the road now, so hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna try to talk as loud as possible so y'all can hear what I'm saying and everything over the car. So as you know, the title of this video is, you know, why did I pick a manual over an automatic? So before we get to like that point, we gotta back up a little. Our car was going slow. Okay, all right, now we're good now. So before we get to the point of like why did I get a manual over an automatic, I want to back up to the point where I have to know how to drive a manual in order to buy a manual. So I have a very interesting story of how I learned to get how I learned to like drive a manual car. So it's gonna go way back into like me being in like I think like elementary school, like before I even like was able to drive or anything. So both my parents worked and everything, so I can't see the light. Okay, so green now. So both my parents worked, and so that means at times I had to stay at my grandparents' house and everything. And if you stay at your grandparents' house, you know, sometimes like it's boring over there. Let's be honest. Like she may not have cable here, she may not have cable. You don't have all your bikes and toys and stuff over there as a kid, so it may not be as fun of an experience staying at your grandparents' house versus staying at home, because like also your friends don't, like a lot of your close friends may not stay by your grandparents' house or that, so you may be bored or whatever, right? So me being the bored person that I was, I'm gonna get around this car. So me being the bored person that I was, like, you know, of course you go outside and play and everything, but sometimes you can't always go outside and play. It may be too cold, too hot. It may be make sure I'm recording. I'm paranoid about that. Like I'm gonna keep checking, make sure I'm recording, because I'll be pretty mad if I did all this and it wasn't recording. So like, so you know, being at your grandparents' house, maybe bored, whatever. And I was one of those people. I was bored, man. I was bored. Like come over after school or whatnot. I do my homework, whatever. Maybe play outside for a little bit, but of course you get bored and want to do different things, right? So one of the things like I did as a kid, and y'all can say call me nerd or whatever, one thing I did as a kid, because there wasn't much to do, like I literally, oh, do they want something? They're trying to race me. Okay. I think they're trying to race me, but anyway. But now Mexico is wild, ain't it? But like I said, I was bored, right? So one thing I did was like, of course my mom stayed there over there as a kid, because that's her, you know, that's her parents and stuff like that. So as a kid, she stayed over there, and they had like a set of encyclopedias. So I'm not gonna lie, I was bored to the point where I did look through the encyclopedia like on a regular basis, man. I was that bored. So we're not gonna get into how encyclopedia works, man. I mean, some of y'all gonna be looking at me like, what's encyclopedia? We just use the internet now, man. Man, whatever. Y'all ain't gonna call me old or nothing like that. But so I looked through the encyclopedia and stuff, and in one of the sections of the encyclopedia was automobiles, and that was honestly, that was my favorite section. It talked about like different kind of brakes, like disc brakes, drum brakes, different transmissions, all that kind of stuff. So I read through that. I was bored, man. I had nothing else to do. So one part of it talked about, like I said, the transmission stuff, and actually went through like how to drive a manual transmission. It went through step by step on shifting gears. It went through step by step on like finding the friction point. It talked about all of that. So that was kind of my first exposure of learning to drive a manual. It was the encyclopedia. But of course at that point, like I wasn't able to drive a car yet. I was years and years off from driving a car. So I never actually drove a manual until I maybe was in like high school when I first drove a manual. And that car I drove, that was actually a truck that I drove. It was one of the guys I worked with at one of my first jobs. I'm not even gonna put them out there because y'all don't need to know everything about me, but my first job, so he had like a Ford Ranger. It was a manual. He let me drive it a little bit around the parking lot. I don't think I stalled or anything like that. I think I did okay. Of course, my first time driving, it was a different experience because I had my license, but I couldn't drive. I didn't drive a manual or anything at the time. So I drove it there, and then my next time driving a manual wouldn't be until let's see, wouldn't be until past high school. No, when I got my job in college. So when I was in college, if you know me, which way should I go? No, we're gonna go this way. Screw it, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go around this person too. So if you know me, you know where I worked in college. So I'm not gonna put it out there. It's like they want to do something. They're looking at me. Where we gonna go? What's up? You looking at me? So what's up? Okay. See, driving this car, a lot of people do that to me. So I don't know, man. He might got a little something under the hood. So. All right, what are we talking about? Okay, so boom, college, right? So college, I worked at a place where I did like car audios and stuff like that. So I needed to know how to drive a manual in case like I had to work on a car that didn't have a manual, that had a manual or whatnot. So I learned a little bit there, but I didn't drive like on the road or anything. I was more so pulling cars in and out to, to work on the cars and put the audio stuff in there. Oh, I gotta let them hear something. I know a lot of people say, oh, that was so unnecessary. He started it, so y'all leave me alone. He started it. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So boom, like where I worked, I need to know how to drive a manual to work on the cars and stuff. So like I said, I installed car audio equipment and stuff at a pretty big appliance electronic dealer. If you know, you know, whatever, right? So that was kind of my second taste of driving a manual, and it wasn't even that far. Like I said, it was just kind of in and out of the install bay and stuff like that. So I never owned a manual car or anything. So now where we at? We are at college. So past college, I'm 2 jobs later now, and actually my first car that I owned with a manual is the car I'm in right now. So all those years of me driving a manual, this is the first one I owned with driving a manual. So so we're not gonna get, so when I drove the car, actually the funny thing, when I test drove the car, I actually never test drove this car. Love that tour red, man. When I test drove the car, I actually test drove a 2013 RT. It was red, and that was a 6-speed. So I actually never test drove this car. Actually, when I saw this car and saw the interior, all the updates stuff, I was like, okay, let's see if we can work some out on this one or whatever. But yeah, this car was the first one I ever purchased with a manual. It's like, why would you buy a car you didn't really drive a manual that much? Well, I figured I knew the concept behind to drive it, so I should be able to learn it. I know that's kind of crazy that I bought a car and I never like owned a manual until I bought a car. So that's kind of wild, right? So we're gonna go into like, so why did I pick a manual car over an automatic at the time? So for whatever reason, I had a real strong itch of me getting a car. Like I really wanted a manual car. I'm not sure why, I just had an itch. Like the car I came from was a Nissan Altima. It was a 3.5 liter. So it wasn't, so it had a pretty nice sized engine in it. So it was kind of the big boy of Altimas, right? So I'm like, I had an itch like, man, I really want me like a V8 like manual car, like really bad. And Mustang was out, like I didn't really want a Mustang. Camaro was out, I really didn't want a Camaro. I knew a lot of people with Camaros. I really wanted a Challenger. I love the looks of them. I wanted a Challenger, so I wanted to get the car, right? And I said I want a 6-speed Hemi, and that's what I wanted. And they showed me what I wanted, and boom, here we are with the car. And so I know a lot of people like, so if you wasn't that strong with the manual, how did you get it? I mean, I knew enough. Like, I didn't stall on the test drive of the 2013 one that I test drove, that I drove. So I never stalled on the test drive, so everything was smooth there. I had enough experience with manuals, just enough knowledge on the manuals that I knew how to work with it and make it work and everything. And driving one every day now, it's like, it's nothing to me. Like, it's pretty easy. It's second nature to me now. But the reason I wanted the manual overall is because of the fact that granted, automatics are faster, I get that. And if I was at the track like every weekend and racing all the time, then I understand a manual would be, I mean, not a manual, automatic would be way to go, because I don't care how fast you can shift, you cannot outshift an automatic. Like, you cannot do it, especially with the new 8-speeds that are in these cars. Those things shift like butter, man. I'm telling you, like they are pretty stout, and especially with cars out here with 10 speeds and stuff like that, you can't outshift them no matter how fast you shift with a manual. But I'm thinking about it from this standpoint. Like, with me driving a car, I'm doing more normal driving than racing, right? I have went to the drag strip a couple of times, but most of my driving is just basic driving here and there. I'm not all the way out here like racing, trying to beat times and stuff like that. I may do that on different occasions, but that's not the main focus of why I got this car. I would say that's like when driving a manual on a day-to-day basis, if you have a lot of traffic, of course you're gonna hate it. Thankfully, my commute to and from work isn't too bad on traffic. Some days it's bad, some days it's not. It just depends. Yep, y'all see this Dylan Hart Camaro over here? The good wrench, you see it? Okay. It just depends on the day. Like, some days it's good, some days it's not. But I'm not in heavy traffic all the time. If I was in heavy traffic, best believe I would not want a manual, because I wouldn't want a manual because of the fact that, like, it's going to be real aggravating to drive a manual when you have a lot of traffic. And thankfully, I don't have to deal with that all the time. And plus, like, just regular driving, like I said, regular driving is fun. Like, it is fun to drive a manual just on a day-to-day basis. For example, I'm gonna show you something else you can do. Like, you can shift through gears in automatic, but what I'm about to do is really fun in the manual. So let me get on this interstate real quick. So let me get on the interstate real quick here. That right there, doing that is pretty fun. So, okay, make sure I'm good here. Okay, still recording. All right, we're still recording. So going through the gears like that in manual is really fun. Especially in Mexico and all that. I had to turn the air on because my GoPro was overheating a little bit. Another thing that's kind of fun to do in a manual, like, granted, if you have automatic, you can downshift, but downshifting in a manual is way fun. It's so much more funner. Like, when I do, like, I'm gonna go from 5th gear to 4th gear, so if I want to downshift, just like that, like butter, right? So doing that to me is fun. Like, in a long road trip and stuff like that, just shifting gears and all that is funner than just kind of hitting the gas and all that. Going back to the racing standpoint of it, like, I know that automatics are faster. I get that, understand that. Sometimes a guy like in a Charger 5.7 or something like that, I know they have the 8-speed in there, they have the RT, we got the same engine. I know, like, if he tries to pull on me and stuff like that, I really gotta be on point with getting through the gears to make sure I can keep up and stay with them. But that's another fun thing part. It does add an extra layer of challenge when you are, like, you know, just when you're at a drag strip or something like that, because now with the manual you have to focus on trying to get the car to launch right, like making sure you hit all your gears, making sure you shift at the perfect points and all that kind of stuff. So it's more rewarding when you get a good run in the automatic versus the automatic. Granted, automatic, I know, will be faster. I'm gonna keep saying that, I'm not gonna deny that fact at all, but in a manual, when you hit those shift points and everything, you feel so much better about what you accomplished. And I even seen people with manual Challengers be automatic Chargers. I'm not gonna say who they are, but I've seen a video of that happening. Granted, it was a lot of, I think one car had a lot of grip issue, but it can't happen. Like, all that matters is, like, as long as you're on point with your shifting and all of that, you know, anything's possible. So I'm gonna wrap this video up, man. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you heard me the whole way through, because I know my car is loud, and I would be pretty upset if I sat here and recorded this whole video and no one heard anything I said. So Let me know what you think, man. Let me know if you're driving a manual or automatic. Let me know your thoughts on that as well. I want to thank everybody for checking out the channel and subscribing. Like I said, like, there's a lot of people you could be checking out, but thank you for spending some time with me. You're checking out the video. Let's keep smashing that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment on the videos, man. If you got something you're working on, I'm here to support your channel or whatever you got going on. Just let me know in the comments below. We're out of here. Peace.